Hello everybody. It has been about a week since I did my last update, and I thought I would at least fill you back in and let you know kind of what's going on. I will say this first thing off the bat: if you subscribe to this channel, thank you so much. If you don't, please consider subscribing and comment down below. I really enjoy getting your comments and answering questions. So let me back up for those that are new that you may not have noticed this. I'm an over-the-road driver. It's now the end of June, fixing to be July 1st here in a day or two. And about a month ago, getting out of my truck down in Madison, Alabama. I live right outside of Nashville. But getting out of my truck, something I did, it felt, at the time, it felt like at the back of my shoulder, like you had put a hot bottle or something up against my back, my neck. The pain, all of a sudden, it didn't hurt then, it just kind of felt strange. I went ahead and dropped my trailer and picked up an empty and headed towards home. On a Saturday, holiday weekend, whatever the last holiday weekend was, Memorial Day or something. Anyway, by the time I got home, I was absolutely miserable. I got my wife to massage it and rub it with some stuff kind of like Ben Gay, and I went straight to bed. Of course, I was wore out and tired anyway, but man, I had a really, really rough night. It hurt so bad. The next morning, it was still hurting, and the more I moved, the more it hurt. And I ended up, after trying a couple of docking the boxes to get some relief, I ended up at the emergency room, and they really didn't do me any good. But I managed. That was on a Saturday, Sunday when I went to the emergency room. They told me they really couldn't do anything until Tuesday when everybody came back from vacation anyway. So I managed to suffer through till Tuesday morning and started making phone calls. And the place that the emergency room had referred me to, they couldn't take me because their doctor was on vacation for the rest of the week. So I ended up back in the emergency room again on Tuesday, and they gave me some muscle relaxers, which helped a little bit. It at least relieved some of the strain and whatever, where I was able to get some sleep. And anyway, I called the company and told them about it. They had all been out until Tuesday morning as well. So anyway, I called them and told them what was going on, and they got me an appointment with another doctor that afternoon, actually, and he gave me some better, he gave me a shot and then gave me some better muscle relaxers, and that helped considerably. So anyway, I've been back and forth, and did some physical therapy, and I had x-rays done, and then they sent me to have an MRI done. So that's where I'm at right now. The MRI was done. They sent the results back to the doctor, and I have a torn ligament in the front of my shoulder, of all things. And the cup, there's actually the arm bone of your main, I guess it's a tibia right here, has a ball on the front of it, but unlike the ball and socket that's on your hip bone, the one here on your arm bone it's like the head of a golf club. It's not really a cone where it locks in. It's like this, and there's a piece of cartilage that's in there, and that ball of your arm bone up here, it rides around in there. Anyway, that is damaged. Whenever under normal circumstances, as long as I don't move a certain way, my pain level is pretty low, and I've kind of learned to live with it. It hurts, but it's not all that bad. But if I have found, if I point, and I'm not going to move too far, but if I point much above that direction right there, whatever it is, it throws it into instant pain if I get above that joint. And every once in a while, I'll catch myself talking to my wife or my family, and I'll point to something, and it's excruciating. Anyway, there's something else that apparently that piece of cartilage that's in here is slipping, and when it slips to the back, it's instant and you can't stand it. And it throws all of my shoulder muscles all the way down my arm. Literally, my thumb goes numb. My arm, all the way down my arm, hurts, mainly across the top of it, through this elbow. It's not on the side where your funny bone is, it's on the other side, and through the top of my arm, all the way to my neck will instantly be unbearably hurting. So I'm really watching what I'm doing. I'm able, as long as I don't move in a certain direction, I'm fine. But I found trying to move this arm is the one this shoulder is the one that's hurt. And as long as I don't reach behind me that way, it doesn't throw that back. So I really have to watch my arm gestures that I do. And as long as I'm in normal range here and talking and whatever, that doesn't bother me. Okay, so the MRI come back and it said, yes, I do have a torn ligament here. It's not a rotator cuff, I don't think. It's just one of the other ligaments that tie on right here and hold the clavicle or your shoulder blade, one or the other. It holds that in position, and that cup is bad. So they have referred me to a orthopedic surgeon, and unfortunately I can't get in to see the orthopedic surgeon until July the 5th, so the day after the holiday weekend here. So I think it's like next Wednesday or something. So I've got a week that I'm down. Now, I told you again in one of the other videos that Crete has a policy that if the doctor that I've been seeing released me to do limited duty work. So it doesn't mean I can't get up and do like paperwork or do things as long as it doesn't require lifting or anything going over my head. With this arm, even thinking about going over my head makes my shoulder hurt. So, but anyway, they put me on limited duty. Well, as a truck driver, there is no limited duty. So what they do to keep you moving and keep you with something to do, which I don't mind a bit, but they have you working at a nonprofit organization that's close to your house and close to your place that you're going to be with the doctors and physical therapy and whatever. And in my case, I made a request that I could work for this nonprofit that's in town. I know the people that run it. I know the people, I would say the owners, but I'm not sure exactly if they're the owners or they just run it. But either way, they're the founders, and it's a really great family. Their specialty is helping families that are kind of in critical need of groceries or in critical need of other things, such as their house is burned down and they literally have no clothes and no nothing, or no food, no clothes, no nothing, and they really need help. This is the kind of thing that this particular nonprofit does. And if you know anything, if you've watched any of my videos prior to this, I think this is number 92. you will hear the repeated thing along and along and along that I've been telling you, that I really like helping people. So the reason I'm making these videos is to try to educate you, and if you ever find yourself in my position that I'm in, that maybe it'll give you some kind of insight as to what's coming and how they're treating you and whatever. And so far, I have to say that Crete has treated me really, really well. I have no complaints whatsoever with the way they've treated me. My checks have come on time. Everything is just fine. The doctors have been really good. The initial doctor that they sent me to was part of a group, and I saw 2 doctors there, and both of them, the first thing they were more interested in than anything else is getting me out of pain where I'm not hurting so bad. I mean, I was miserable. I could not even sit here. I was hurting so bad. So they have done really well with me. I have also, I meant to bring it in here, but I'm in my dining room right now. But anyway, I have received at least 10 letters and whatever from different attorneys. Most of them are in Nebraska, want me to sue Crete. So I don't think that's necessary. Right now they're doing everything humanly possible to try to get me out of pain and get me healed up and get me back to work, which is what I want. I do not want to sit around here forever and ride this out. But trust me, I'd much rather be on the road working than I had be just sitting here. I have a bunch of things that I really needed to get done around the house, and unfortunately I can't do hardly any of them because of my limitation from my shoulder and whatever. So right there, right now, is where the pain is. That's where the tendon is that's tying into this main tibia, I think it is. It's right here. Anyway, so that's kind of where we're at. I go on the 5th. I go tomorrow morning. I've been through orientation at the nonprofit, and they more or less, the orientation was just to show you all of the needs that they have and different things that they can kind of plug you into to help. They have a lot of programs going on, and a lot of people come in and out and through there, and each one is a unique special need, and they really try to help everybody. People that are literally as low as you can low and just about giving up on life, those are some of the ones that they're trying to help them get started again, and fulfill their needs, to give them some place to stay, help them with clothes for work, help them get a way to work and back, and that most of the time involves a bicycle. So they have a bicycle, people donate bicycles there, and they've got a crew that works on bicycles to get them going. And that gives a person that is homeless and is, at the bottom of the pile and trying to start his way back up again, it gives them some mobility to be able to go to the store if they need to go back and forth to work, and to give them a little bit of independence. So it's a really good thing. That's just one of the many, many things they have going on. But anyway, I start there next week, and for all the next week I will be working at the nonprofit. I'm not sure exactly what they're going to have me doing, but I'm looking forward to it. Again, it's really helping people that really need and want the help. It's not shysters, and it's not it's not about people that are abusing the help. These are people that really really need the help. It's mostly families after some kind of a cataclysmic event like a house fire, or losing their home, or those kind of things, where they're a family that's really in crisis. They have no food. The bread maker for the family has lost a job or whatever, and they literally can't afford food, and it helps them with that if that's what they need. Anyway, I'm really looking forward to being there. I'm really looking forward to helping people. So again, if you subscribe to this channel, thank you. This one of my videos here recently it's not about things that you acquire and things that you buy for yourself and whatever. A lot of times you get the greatest satisfaction out of life in the things that you give away rather than the things that you keep. So this is my time for giving again, and I'm looking forward to it. So thanks for watching. I really appreciate you. As things change at the end of this week, after I've had a full week of working at the nonprofit, I'll give you an update there and kind of fill you in on what I'm doing and how I'm helping people. So thanks again. I really appreciate you watching. We'll see you soon.